We're here, pioneers. The holiday season is upon us. Much love and high vibrations. We are here, pioneers. We were able to trust the timing of our lives, and now we are here. Just breathing. That was sexy, wasn't it? Let's go, pioneers. Breathe in that good ass energy, that prana, that Merkaba with us, and just relax. Breathe out all the frustration. We're out here in the middle of the night. What are we doing? Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. So take that. What else are we doing, pioneers? We're living our best life. And I hope you're taking care of yourselves too. I hope you're trusting your process, trusting your craft, your skill, the timing of your life. Are you doing that? The cat in the room with me is doing that. She's in heat, so you might hear me out. Sorry about that. But your timing is your timing. I want you to trust that, pioneers. Every single day, every waking second. It is hard, right? Someone sent me a message one time and they were like, "Coach, I find it hard to trust the timing of my life. I feel like I should have already made it. I should have already been where I wanted to be. What is wrong, Coach? Is there something wrong with me? Did I miss the shuttle?" Nah, you ain't miss it. You just gotta keep working. Keep grinding. Keep hustling. Hit that like button if you are ready to trust your process. Trust your timing. Hit that like button, that share button if you're ready to become the higher self, your greatest version. If you like the real, the truth, hit that like button, that share button. If you're watching this video and you made it to this small Facebook channel, then you can assure that your manifestations are already on the way. But first, you must do two things. First, say thank you. And second, trust the process. Trust the timing of your life. So your timing is your timing. How do I trust the timing of my life, Coach? Well, you're going to get there. Period. You're going to make it. You gotta know it. But you can't have fear, false evidence appearing real that makes you forget everything and run. Or else you'll never get to that place you've always wanted to be at. Because I'm already here, right now, today, and we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. I learned that my timing was my timing. I trusted the timing of my life. I knew that I was going to make it. Through all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups, and even if I didn't have none and I was in denial, I knew I was going to make it. I knew I was going to receive my blessings. Wherever you are right now today, no matter how bad it looks, you're going to make it. And then you're going to live to tell the tale, just like Coach A and the pioneers at the Daily Candle Close News. But a lot of people have fear when it comes to trusting the timing of their life. But you see, back a couple years ago when I first started the Daily Candle Close News, little story for you, I told my son that one day I'm gonna make positivity, manifestation, awareness, consciousness go mainstream, worldwide. And my son said, "I believe in you, Dad." I said, "Thank you, son. Thank you, Bentley." And we're here right now today. We did it. Can I get a hello? Slow motion for me. I had to trust the timing of my life that one day it was going to happen for me. One day I'm going to inspire and reach thousands, if not millions of people. And I'm on my way. Already reaching thousands. I know a lot of you might not be where you want to be right now, but trust the timing of your life. Your timing is your everything. Your timing is your process. Your timing is your hard work, your dedication, your blood, sweat, and tears. Your timing is your timing. Trust that. But you got to do the work. And the reason so many people find it hard to trust the timing of their life is because we're living in a world of instant stimuli, of instant gratification. In this matrix, we need stimuli. Food, drugs, sex, etc. constantly. I'm the old school pioneers. My stimuli is the work, working on myself, digging deep in the trenches, and that's why I'm reaping the benefits. I stimuli with myself. But so many people in this modern day world, in this matrix, want their WAP videos, their TikToks, their sporting events, and they don't want to do the work. They don't want to run the race, the marathon. They want to run a sprint and be the victor of the race. They want the results. That's why they find it very hard to trust the timing of their life. They find it very hard to trust the timing of their life because they want it right now, today, and they don't want to do no work. They don't want to build a craft and a skill to get them to their outcome. The universe doesn't give us what we want, it gives us who we are. Can I get a hello? The universe doesn't care about your wants. What the universe cares about is if you are worthy for it. Are you worthy for what you want? Have you put in the work? Coaches put in the work. You've seen me, deep divers, pioneers, day in, day out. Blood, sweat, and tears, because I love what I'm doing. I'm a Viking in the game. Been here for over 400 years, sitting outside the firmament, looking down. And the reason is because I got a pure heart and I'm doing it for the right reasons. I never wanted it easy. I never wanted rich, fame, success. I didn't want a short sprint. I wanted the marathon, and I wanted to reach millions of people. I don't want instant gratification stimuli. I enjoy the process, the craft, the skill, the hurts, the habits, the hang-ups, the setbacks, the failures. I don't enjoy the outcome. I'm being patient with myself every single day, knowing I'm on my way to my outcome, because my timing is my timing, and you need to trust yours, pioneers. How do I trust my timing in my life without fear, coach? You're gonna make it. Start rising in love, abundance, gratitude with what you're doing. Forget about the results and focus on your process, your skill, your craft. Forget about trying to impress other people and focus on yourself. Focus on being in a pure state of mind, heart, brain coherence, and stay true to yourself and your higher self. Pioneers, let me tell you this. When we talk about trusting the timing of our lives, that's what I'm always doing, day in and day out. Every waking second, because I know what I'm doing in the present moment allows me to receive presence. My future is already taken care of. Can I get a hello? I don't have to worry. Why? Because I'm living my best life. Right now, I'm securing my future. I'm planting seeds that I can eat from in the future. I'm trusting the timing of my life because I know that the cosmos is aligning everything for me. It's all going to work out because I'm making sure it's going to work out. I'm doing the work, blood, sweat, and tears every day. The day you plant the seed is not the day you will eat the fruit. And I want to remind you, pioneers, when we talk about trusting the timing of our lives, it's not about sitting in a waiting room at the doctor's office and waiting for the doctor, waiting for success to fall in your lap. You have to take action, focused action, radical action. You have to take action every day to know that it's going to happen for you, to know it's going to work out for you. You must take these necessary steps right now, today, to make it happen. Because the trouble is, you think you have time. You're procrastinating, waiting on next week, waiting on tomorrow, waiting for the weekend, my day off. That's the only happiness I get. What? For me, every day is your Saturday. Every day for me is your birthday. Every day is my day. It's a holiday for me. Because I am in an alignment with my true calling, my true purpose, my higher self. And you can't stop me. Spirit so big, heart so big. You can't knock me down. I'm not here just to get views. I'm here to reach millions. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to touch hearts. I'm on a different level because I am realizing the bigger, grandiose, vibrant picture. We in HD. It's about staying true to yourself, not selling your soul. Not being desperate to be someone you're not meant to be. The reason why I'm always protected, a protected man, deity, is because I'm not desperate for fame, fortune. I don't even care about that nonsense. success. I care about you, not me. Can I get a hello? And what does that look like? Attributing value to things that truly matter. See, when we talk about truly trusting our process, our timing, everything takes time. But you can't squander your time either. Everything takes time. You spent 9 months in the womb, in the birth canal. Everything takes time. Your house took a lot of time to build, didn't it? But you need to continually add on. It takes hard work, dedication, discipline, and you gotta sign up for that to know that you'll get to your outcome. And you won't have fear. You'll know that everything's gonna work out because you chose not to take the shortcut, hit the easy button. You chose the real work, the pioneer work. And I want to remind you, pioneers, every single day that you wake up, say, I'm gonna have a blessed day. I'm gonna trust the timing of my life, and I'm gonna manifest my own reality. I gotta stop comparing my life to their life. Don't compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 1, because comparison is stealing someone else's happiness. Create your own happiness. Don't compare your life to someone else's. You don't know the hard work that they've done. They don't know the hard work that you've done. They ain't been there with you in the gym, the late nights, the early mornings, the overtime. Your timing is your timing. Your work is your work. But one day, you'll succeed. And your time is coming. And it's only coming if you are worthy and ready. The universe does not give it to you when you want it. The universe gives it to you after you've already paid your dues and you're ready. Have you put in the 10,000 hours? Have you busted your ass? Have you been in the grind or the trenches? Have you woke up feeling tired but you still got up because you knew you had a mission to fulfill, like I did today? Let's go, pioneers. This is how you know you can trust the timing of your life, because everything is aligning for you. Everything is falling into place for you. You don't have to worry because you have done the work. And now it's time for you to reap the reward, because you reap what you sow. And that's why I'm just saying it feels so good to be alive. Can I get a hello? Beautiful pioneers. Love you all. Hit that like button, that share button, because we going in tonight. Another After Dark special. Because what you believe in your hearts and speak in your minds will eventually become your words and your reality. And what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset. And what gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset becomes an unconscious action. And an unconscious action, needs to be guideful, helpful, and nurturing to others. And that's all I've ever wanted to do, is to guide others and help them, teach them how to fish. And I want to remind you that your timing is your timing, and trust that. Focus on your vision. Surround yourself with people and mentors that will help you manifest your vision. Because if you're surrounding yourself with distractions, then it is not helping you evolve. And this is how you can trust the timing of your life. Because this is all it's ever been about, is you evolving and succeeding instead of being stagnant and complacent and in a back pedal. We got to keep pedaling forward. So we're going to go ahead and just kick this video off and jump straight into the market. I want to thank every one of you for watching. We talk everything about cryptocurrency, finance, economics daily. We do a lot of minutia, monotony, and exoteric things as well, but we'll go ahead and jump straight into the markets and look at Bitcoin on the 2-hour time frame. And we're seeing a bullish bounce off of this $16,200 range. Almost got right back down to a bullish retest of this 16,100, the golden ratio of 5 range. So very important, almost a perfect retest and bounce. Bullish energy and volume coming into the markets right here for the bulls. But if the bulls can't come in and flip and regain this level of 17,200, treat it as support where we were getting resistance in the past, then we're going to see downside continuation, especially if we break this golden ratio level. Okay, so we came back down here, we double bottom, had another low, and then we came back and held support, retested resistance, and then had a breakout. Okay, we got rejected, and then we lost this support level as well. Okay, not looking good for the bulls right now. We got to find out on these shorter time frames if we're going to get a relief rally for Bitcoin. That would bring a relief rally for the altcoins, etc. You know, if Bitcoin continues in a downtrend, you don't want to hold your altcoins. You want to set limit orders and stop losses because they're going to get devastated. Not financial advice. But you see, we've had this rising channel, this rising wedge, and we know this is a 68% chance to the downside that it breaks out. And this has to be part of your strategy. The win rate of these rising channels, rising wedges, falling channels are magnificent. 68%, that's super high. And they hardly ever are reversed, you know. So we, again, 68% chance of a breakdown, and we see that. So that's one of my biggest strategies, is find some of these channels and falling wedges, rising wedges, and I'm looking for them and I'm taking advantage of them. Parallel channels with a heart line as well. And we're killing it on these ideas. Not financial advice, but anytime we see the bulls get bull trapped and they get punished, which they did, so what if you miss your short, or you opened a long right here because you're a breakout trader, and you get down here and you're inside the pattern and you have a swing failure, you know, start opening up your short here and clean up, you know, start taking advantage. You can trade both ways in these markets. Not financial advice, but you can constantly find ways to offset your losses, and you don't have to get kicked in the teeth and stand there, pick your teeth up, put them back in, and recover, you know. You know, if you pay attention to the tips and tricks that we're trading here, you'll be successful real quick. Not financial advice, but again, just looking at this 2-hour time frame, we see this resistance, and support. These levels are very key, between 16,100 and 17,200. So right now, what we have is pretty much a falling wedge right here. And if this thing continues down and gets rejected right here, then we're looking at, you know, 16,000, probably 15,800, or even that $14,000 range. Again, Bitcoin is 14 years old now, so we could see it swipe down to that 14K that we've been preparing you all for. So, you know, that was just some quick technical analysis for those who are more advanced and, you know, can come in, see the charts, know what's going on off of this, and go from there. But we will get into talking about some of the cryptocurrency dates and, you know, some of the more minutia monotony in this holiday special that we're doing for you all. It's been a very interesting week in this market, and because I'm dedicating this to the holidays and maybe taking some time off, I'm going to add some additional analysis to maybe the Dow Jones, the DXY, I don't know, maybe the total cryptocurrency market cap, or maybe look at the S&P 500, who knows. But we'll definitely look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP real quick before we get off of here, and just spend the rest of the night hanging out under the moonlight, you know, manifesting and just having a great day. You know, we're getting started, spending another night in the Matrix, and about to start a whole new year, reset our life. And I know there's a lot of members that have been here with us since the start of our channel in 2020, and it's just amazing for us all to be together and to see these markets unfold over the last couple of years the way that they have. And in typical daily candle close news fashion, we're starting this out with love and gratitude for every one of you supporters. So before we get, you know, into this video anymore, get your favorite drink, your favorite snack, light up your favorite strand, just kick back, relax, and enjoy yourself as we get into, you know, more the exoteric side of the things that we teach here. I think we're going to be able to pack some more information in this video that will just recap some of the key dates that we've talked about and been following up on for the last couple of weeks. And you know, we've seen how some of the things on the world stage have turned out, bringing some recent volatility with the arrest of Sam Bankman-Fried, and you know, the World Cup playing out to, you know, perfect numerologic connections with Lionel Messi and the Pope, and you know, just some things that we've shared with you recently. We broke down the new Avatar movie in a video posted for you all, sharing the hidden messages in that, and you know, I really think it's something we should all really watch, and then you know, watch the video Avatar 2, and then, you know, I consider you all watch my video, take into considerations these are my truths, not your truths, and you know, go and do your own due diligence and research, and you know, see if you can see the connections we're making there as well. Maybe you can see some of the methodology of the mad scientist behind the scenes. I kept it pretty simple, and I think that's more how decodes become more defined. And you know, I know there's a process of learning and building and developing skills, but you know, knowing about esoterica and, you know, these deep truths and these complex maths that are used in the world, I like to connect it all together and just view the world that we live in, this matrix reality, in a different way. I wanted in my work to apply metaphysics in a whole new way. I wanted to learn this knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom that I could then use and apply it, allowing me to, in the end, become successful from it, which I have, so that I can then allow and teach others, allow myself to teach others these very same things. So, you know, with all that being said, we'll go ahead and get into the you know, technical analysis, and we'll get started with the Dow Jones. You know, there's been so many amazing moments that's happened in the markets lately, and we'll look at this on the daily time frame, and here we are just kind of wrapping some things up, and we see that we're retesting this trend line that we've had in play for quite some time. We had a breakout recently at the beginning of November, not surprising, and we've just been getting rejected from that golden pocket, basically setting a double top in pattern with a, you know, a bearish downtrend to retest this 223 exponential moving average. So the yellow is the 223 and the red is the 200 exponential moving average. So coming back to possibly retest these trend lines that we've talked about. When you get a bullish breakout, you want to see a bullish back test, and if you can't hold that back test, then you're looking to get ready to short the market, and we've talked about that. Before we had this breakout, we talked about how we could possibly get resistance from this range and end up coming down over time. So this trend line is going to be very important to talk about. But you know what, before we get started in this technical analysis, let's look at some of the key cryptocurrency dates and numerology that we've talked about real quick. We know that this was the start of Rosh Hashanah and the Jewish Hebrew New Year. This was, the next day was the end of the 7-year sabbatical cycle, and then the end of Rosh Hashanah ended on the 27th of September because it's a multiple day event. And it also started the 50-year Jubilee cycle. So we're going to be using these key dates moving forward, you know, referring back to, and then referring to September 15th, 16th of next year, keeping up with the end of the start of Rosh Hashanah again, and the end of the 50-year Jubilee next year. So, you know, just keep that in mind moving forward as we end this year and get ready to transition into January and restart a whole new chapter at the Daily Candle Close News here. But we know that the Pope's birthday was a few days ago. It's the 21st now, but when I planned to start this video, it was still yesterday, Tuesday the 20th. But anyways, Saturnalia was the Pope's birthday, the start of Saturnalia, the pagan Roman holiday that we've brought up here and talked about. This festival will be going on through the new moon on December 23rd. So through the new moon, we know this is typically a bullish time period for the markets, and this is a celebration period, this holiday of Saturnalia, before the purge. So very important to remember. As well as we know Hanukkah going on through right past Christmas and ending on, the 8 nights and days of Hanukkah will end on the 26th of Christmas. So that'll leave 5 days left in the year. Christmas leaving 6 days left in the year. Christmas Eve leaving 7. So very important. All these being very powerful numbers that we've brought up in the past. So let's move on to what was it? What was our low? The 19th. I wanted to look at the 19th real quick and see, because that's where we've got our most recent low so far, and that was a 12-week 1-day time period. So this is a palindrome, reading 121, same thing like as in today down here. Now Wednesday, December 21st, 12/21, 1221. Same thing if you internationally write this date, 1221. So very important. These palindromes are some things that I look out and pay attention to for potential volatility in the market. So our last previous microstructure low on the 2-hour time frame came in on the 19th, the day that added up to 73 in numerology, which we know is the 21st prime number, tying us back into Saturn, giving us that same 21 in numerology. And that's of course, we always tie that into Bitcoin being Saturn, created by Satoshi being Saturn, the father time of Bitcoin. So very important. So we like to pay attention. Oh, I clicked the wrong cipher, sorry you guys. But yeah, giving us that 21. So not surprising that we hit a low on the 19th so far on the charts, being 2 months and 24 days tied to the start of Rosh Hashanah. And that's why we pay attention to these connections, because again, that 224, we know Saturn is Satoshi, Saturn, Santa, Satan, Sat. Okay, Saturday is Saturn Day. Okay, so Satoshi Nakamoto giving us that same 224. At 181 being the 42nd prime number that we get in Saturn 42. Satoshi is Saturn, father time. I'll show you that in just 1 second. But that 224, the 19th, in our microstructure low on a 2-hour time frame, hit a $16,200 range right above our golden pocket, came in on the 19th. So very important. But that 55 ties us into father time, another name known for Saturn. I'm sorry, it's not father time, it's the time keeper is who father time is. He's the timekeeper, giving us that same 55 in numerology. Bitcoin is 14 years old, as above so below. This is alchemy. Okay, we live in a mirrorverse, so very important. Awesome. So not surprising to see our microstructure low come in around the 19th. Irrefutable. The 18th was the day we were leading and in a downtrend, coming after the start of Saturnalia. Not surprising. This 18th was a 12-week time period, which if you know how to read this, that's 11 weeks and 7 days. Bitcoin gives us that 117. So 11 weeks and 7 days. Very important. So not surprising that we see this low, and that 23 we get, tying us into the 18th that led us into that low. We see that we had a 23, I thought, in, as it states, numerology. Oh no, So that was right back here at the end of the Shemitah. That had a 23 in date numerology. So connecting that to the 18th of the 18th of December, which had an 18 and a 72 date numerology, which that 72 also ties us into Bitcoin, as I was just saying. So I got a little confused right there. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. We were just getting some big connections right here around this time period where we saw this low break this horizontal support that we needed to hold with a, shake out, fake out, a bear trap that has came back and so far held support of this $16,700 range. So we kind of want to keep an eye on this $16,500 range. Okay, so very important. But I do feel like the stock market's about to be closed for Christmas and about to have a 3-day weekend, and I think there's about to be a lot of volatility brought into the cryptocurrency market. Whether that's to the upside or downside, who knows? With tax loss harvesting and things going on in these markets, it's just something to keep in mind. We do have the new moon coming up at the end of Saturnalia, which new moons are typically bullish. Saturnalia is a celebration period before leading into the purge. So we could see these markets rally until, all the way up until after Christmas. Who knows? Because we tend to see a 3 to 5 day window before the new moon be bullish on the new moon, or we can even see these markets be bullish 3 to 5 days after the new moon. So just something to keep in mind, especially with the holiday seasons, before we see a sell-off at the end of the year for what is called tax loss harvesting. So just something else to keep in mind is we have that December new moon right here that I'm talking about. So could be bullish all the way up until December 28th or December 26th, the end of Hanukkah. But also we have the winter solstice, which was today. It is today. If I can find that, I'll just go ahead and relook it up. I might have deleted it the other day, but the winter solstice this year is where the sun dies, and this is all about the sun right now, the birth of the sun. And that's why you just saw, like I shared in my last decode, Lionel Messi and Argentina win the World Cup, because their symbol is literally the sun, and this game was played on the 18th of December, Sunday, the day of the sun, paying homage to the ancient sun god Amen-Ra. So very important that we see this, irrefutable, undeniable, as to why we see Argentina win. And I break this down in my last video, and there were a few other things that I could have mentioned about this, and I didn't want to drag it out. It was really about the Avatar 2 movie. I just wanted to add the World Cup in there and talk about Pope Francis, because we were talking about what the Avatar 2 movie symbolized, which was you are the Christ body, the Christ within. And it's so very powerful. Connect back to Mother Nature, and be better. That's what that movie is. Just a very powerful movie that's has so many hidden secrets and truths. So go check out that decode that has nothing to do with cryptocurrency and technical analysis, other than the fact that Bitcoin was below 17K at the time, and we talked a lot about this 17 number. So very important. But to see Argentina win on Sunday, the sun being their logo, this whole time period of Christmas is the birth of the sun. So it's just all symbology that we can pay attention to. So anyone trying to make bets on these sporting events that are clearly rigged to an predated algorithmic code is truly amazing. It's sorcery, it's alchemical process. So something we can pay attention to. But we'll go ahead and get back into the daily candle close news episode. Just kick back, relax, hang out tonight, and see where this video goes. Let me grab a quick drink. Excuse me. Oh, I can find it. Alright. trying to remember where we were. I know we were talking about these dates and what we're moving into around Christmas, etc. But we were talking about basically Christmas and this weekend, and the holidays, and how we're gonna have like multiple days where the stock market is going to be closed, and we could see Bitcoin just continue to rally up and gain support and finally get rejection around that 18,000, 19, who knows. We know we're in this bigger pattern of a falling wedge that has a 68% chance of a breakout to the upside. So we could see that in the next few days before the start of the year, before coming back down into the full moon of January. Not financial advice. So let's wait to see what happens when we get our next full moon or new moon pattern. So very important. Very important. All right. Now I think we've talked enough about dates right now. We can come back out hopefully before the start of the year and do a video on January and the Greek god Giannis, the god of doors, gateways, keys, beginnings, and endings. And it's amazing how we're ending and beginning a new year right now. So we'll just go ahead and get started into some of the cryptocurrency technical analysis. We were talking about just a second ago the Dow Jones and how we can possibly slide all the way down to the, we are at that 32,000 points range, but we could fall all the way back down to this 31, or honestly all the way back down to this, I would say 20, 28, even break a lower low and hit this 27,000 points range. And that's going to show us some previous, automatic rally tops. We got to that range back in 2020, a rejection, got sucked back into that range, another rejection. So that 27,000 points range where we were talking about in one of our previous videos is very important. And if you consider where this is at, coming out of a Shemitah year and in a Jubilee year, a debt forgiveness year, you could see this would make a lot of sense to just roll over the next year. Especially with this very M-like pattern right here. This is very bearish, okay? We're in a downtrend, a descending wedge and falling channel. It's just not looking very good for the indices and the Dow Jones, and that's where we're at the moment. But we've been here before, where we've had these magical blow-off tops and these sell-offs, and then we started all over. This was the C-scam crash back in March of 2020, but we gravitated right back up to this range within a matter of 6 months. So, it could take another year, 8 months, 6 months to continue this breakdown to our final low. It could happen dramatically like this, but we could then, over the next few years, it takes a lot longer for the stock market, but be in a perpetual uptrend, just like this right here. But there was a lot of hyperinflation into the markets. We printed more money in 1 year than we did in 214 years combined in the United States of America. So keep that in mind with this, inflation in the market right here. It's obviously going to be a lot longer, like previous patterns in the past. Grandiose, 2 to 4, 7 years, in a true uptrend. So starting from 2015 and ending this bull market top in 2018. So 3-year process. Cryptocurrency moves a lot faster, so very important. But if we look at the full moon of January leading into the full moon of February, then we're looking to see potentially this low come in around this time. So we tend to get the low after the quarter of the first start of the year, around the indices. From what I can see in the data in the past, just like last year, we got our high on January 5th, 105, and when you type out Dow Jones Industrial Average in the Gematria calculator, you get the 150. Either way, drop the 0, you get the 15. So irrefutable. And so I'm paying attention to the January time frame that we're leading into for a potential. Maybe we rally up to the 888 and get rejected, ultimately setting a lower high over time because we've been setting lower lows, and that could be, leading us into the first quarter of the year, February, the start of the Chinese New Year, where we can be coming into these areas. Maybe it takes longer, but who knows? But it's pretty damn soon if we, were to see a massive sell-off in the stock market that could bring a lot of nonsense to the news, and just people in the workplaces, and your barber talking about whatever, But we'll have confirmation of a lot of this until we won't have confirmation of a lot of this until we break these moving averages and break the top side of this trend line. We see how pumpy dumpy the Dow has been lately, but if we come down to 26,000 points for the Dow, that's going to shave off a lot of your crypto, your stocks, your whatever, and you're going to see, like, everybody in your workplace, the economy, like I said, is going to be in a complete different mindset and vibe. They'll be freaking out, because they are perfectly indoctrinated and listen to the news. So, but anyways, that's enough for the Dow Jones. But I will say this: I wouldn't be surprised if sometime this next year, in the 2023 market, if we do get a downtrend in the Dow Jones and the indices, if we at the same time or around the same time are seeing an event in the cryptocurrency market that just eradicates a lot of these cryptocurrencies that I've talked about in the past, like just all these shit coins that have absolute no use case utility, that are complete scams, that they're clearly showing you with these rituals like Terra Luna and Sam Bankman-Fried and French Fried Guy. But just pay attention to the projects you're investing in. I think it's going to be an amazing event that unfolds. So let's talk about the DXY real quick. All right. We'll look at this. We'll look at this on the 5-day time frame. Let's hide the moon patterns. I don't know. Yeah. Alright. So one thing we can notice right here is we have a clear from our high back in 2000 and, I said 2000, 1984, all the way down. We're seeing a clear breakout of this. What was this? Good God, how many years was this? A span of 10,830 days. Let's see if I can get a better reading. Yeah, no, 10,830 days, whatever that is. How many years is that? 85 to 2015. Yeah, that's 30 years. So a 30-year trend line is basically, we've clearly broken this 30-year trend line. In Wyckoff accumulation, you get this clear buying climax after a selling climax with a a large A, B, C corrective pattern that ended up setting a lower low, which is your spring in Wyckoff. Well, not technically. That would just be your ultimate low before an automatic rally that we see right here. That then gets rejected again, and then we have our spring after that failed attempt, and then basically an almost double bottom right there. After our spring though, we break above this trend line, and we broke above it, and if I look at this on logarithmic, yeah, it's gonna change it. See, look at this now. That's even better. We're back testing that, because we weren't back testing it. We had, it wasn't looking right. But if we look at this in logarithmic view, this chart is looking gorgeous for the U.S. dollar index. And if you know Wyckoff, you don't even need Fibonacci or moving averages or none of that. This is right here gorgeous. Buying climax, selling climax, automatic rally, spring, recovery, back test, last back test, and a breakout. And a recovery will be a break of this 120, 119, and it might take another couple years, but everybody that says the US dollar is crashing right now and going to zero, and America's a protected land and has been since the last reset. And I'm not going to say that again. But back testing and holding support of this golden pocket, this 702, I mean, that's complete bullish. That's healthy. We could go to this one point even, $1 even, if that's what you want to call it. But I do think the dollar is going to remain strong as hell, especially as we move closer to the psyop of Agenda 2030, that's all it is a psyop, instilling fear into people, making you think that the system of the US dollar is going to change, which it's not. It's just going to be the same system with a different protocol involved, moving from cash to central bank digital currencies, and we'll have blockchain and crypto involved, yes, and we'll have a merge of the stock market with Ethereum, and so far in the Maribor, sure. But I've been telling people the Shemitah year is a bullish year for the dollar, not a dollar crashing year. Right now we're in a power position. Other countries are not. They are pegged to the fucking dollar. Okay, people thinking China's in a position of power. That country is a zombie apocalypse compared to what we are in right now. I don't care what the news says or what anyone else says. They know nothing about these markets or these cycles built on a 7-year Shemitah sabbatical year cycle, where this dollar is a deflationary time period and continues to rise. And that 2028, 2029, 2027 time period leading into 2030, Agenda 2030, that Shemitah process, you'll see this dollar up even higher. You mark my words on it. And we need to look at this with a 30,000 foot overview. But moving on, this back test that we're getting here, if we could dip into the neckline of this cup and handle in this W pattern breakout that we've been talking about on another one of our dollar charts, I don't think it's going to happen until around March or April. We can hang out around here, get a little rally and a rejection from that 108, that spiritual number of completion, and very symbolic number, which is really right there at 108. Yeah, it's really right here at some support that could be held as or turned into resistance. So who knows? But as long as we hold these ranges, we can just consolidate sideways until around February, March, April of 2023, when we then start to see cryptocurrency in a uptrend. I really think we're going to be in a automatic rally by then. So very important. Alright, now I think I want to get into the Bitcoin cryptocurrency technical analysis. Oh. Where are we at, you guys? Let's find out what chart we want to look at. This one's been doing very well for us. This trend line as well on a daily time frame. Right now, just getting constant daily rejections from this range, and that's not good. You know, we need to make another high in this market, and you know, just get back above these ranges. Let's pull up. Yeah, see, we're the Gaussian channel. We're still fighting to get back above the median of that. You know, barely holding support of the bottom side of this Gaussian channel, and that's not bullish. Okay, so Bollinger Bands. Yeah, that's not good. Can't get it back above the median of that as well. If we can, you know, just work our way up, stay above this trend line, hold it as support, and then get a rally towards that 19,666 range, you know, see how we treat that. You know, that's going to give us some answers. We got plenty of resistance around this range as well as support in the previous past, so very important. Bollinger Bands aren't showing much. We'll look at the 8, the 55, and the 200 simple moving averages, and yeah, that, you know, that's sitting right there at 20,302. That's basically 232, 223. It's an anagram of skull and bones, 223. So that wouldn't be surprising for a range that we've been calling for of psychologically 20,000 to the upside around the new moon of December or January, before you know, a sell-off leading into as late as, and a sell-off and final low, if we were to get it, as late as the February full moon, the start of the year of the Water Rabbit, the Chinese New Year. So, you know, very important. That's the Super Bowl, all them, you know, rituals they play on the world stage all the time. So yeah. But we'll look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame with the exponential moving averages real quick, because this is the daily. Right now we're, you know, failing to get above that 21, failing to get above the 200. This 55 is crucial, and we can't even break 17,500 in the 55 exponential moving average. We showed you earlier how important that 55 number is, tying you into Satoshi Nakamoto and Timekeeper, tying you into God, you know, which is what you are, or you could be Satan, you know, whichever one you choose. But either way, very powerful number right there. And we like to see volatility around that. De-risk when we get above it, accumulate when we get below it. Not financial advice, you know what I'm saying? But obviously when we break below this 55, it's never really a good thing. I mean, we tend to see, every time we break below it, we just see perpetual downtrend. So, this 55 with Bitcoin is very important, especially on the weekly time frame. Crucial. And that's 26,000, yeah. So, it can take all the way up until February, March, April before we're back in these ranges. And everything's having an issue on this trend line right here. Every candle that we've looked at is just getting rejected right now. And we need to have sloping upward action on these moving averages before we get momentum and anticipate momentum in an automatic rally phase. So right now is a sloping downtrend. This is not good, you guys. You know, a rejection on of the 21 on the 5-day, all to the downside again. You know, this is not good, you guys. Not looking great. This 13,800, that 138, that's a very powerful number. You're tying you into the angel of death. The 138 is all inside the pyramid of Giza, as well as the 161, the golden ratio of 5. So these numbers are very important, you guys. so let's look at the 3-day real quick and see where that 55 was at. Yeah, so if Bitcoin was at the close a 3-day candle above the 55 moving average, and actually maybe back test it for another 3-day candle, that would be another sign for an automatic rally. That's what we're looking at right now. So I'm gonna leave it at that for Bitcoin. I think we're ranging and gonna be in, again, a yin-yang, zig and zag, up and down pattern until we break lower for our one last leg to the downside, which is probably going to be around the January full moon, around January 6th. That insurrection date, they say. There's literally an insurrection going on right now, and that's a battle for the higher consciousness and the lower consciousness of people. And the only insurrection there was the one on 11/3. Duh. But anyways, I'll shut up. I've said this before. Alright, so let's look at Ethereum before we sign out of here. Ethereum and XRP. Oh, Ethereum's at 1212. How symbolic. We're in the 12th month of the year, you guys. So that's not even surprising. 1212. Oh Lord, this just looks messy. On the 5-day, let's go to the 2-hour time frame, or the daily, actually. Be able to see it a lot better. Yeah, so we last talked about holding, or failing to hold support of this 1250, and just, getting ready to anything below that. We want to accumulate. It's been a horizontal trading range of support for quite some time, so not surprising. But let's look at these EMA moving averages. Oh yeah, rejection from the 34, the 21, the 55. This 89 was a crucial range, being the 24th prime number. We're in the year of Jupiter, the 2-4 year, so that was very important. Where we came back down to right now was this 1150, that 115. We know that's tying us into the Trinity of crypto, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, or also Lucifer, the light bearer, 115. So very important. But basically just been based on these horizontal trading ranges, maybe coming back to back test the top side of this falling wedge or parallel falling channel that we were in. And if we break this 173, which I know I say this all the time is important for people to understand, that it's tied to this character, the co-founder, creator of cryptocurrency. And when you type out his name, and he's highly tied to this Ethereum cryptocurrency, you're getting that 173. So we use that 173 range, $1,073 or $1,007.30. You can do it in multiple ways. $1,730, however, but we're using anything around this 173 to be a very pivotal point for Ethereum. So coming down to that range would be a great accumulation, or coming back down to $1,000, we know would be our opportunity to see maybe even a sub $1,000 ETH again. And I'm throwing my whole paycheck in it, and not financial advice. I'm selling kids a house. No, I'm just playing. But if it comes back down to those ranges, and is it really possible? Yes. I want you to be aware. I'm being patient for when I'm going to be reinvesting. I've got limit orders set with cash on the sidelines, that all I'm going to do is get a notification on my phone. I've already got it. And then if it's already back up in a downtrend, up 30% in the next 2 hours, we're already making money. And it's that simple. And I think this Ethereum project is going to be a important position in my overall project moving forward, for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're pricing retail out of this asset, and that's why you see the high gas fees and the nonsense around it. And it's here to stay, like, period. Just as much as Bitcoin and XRP, and these things aren't going anywhere. So, But one thing to pay attention to is Bitcoin dominance. When Bitcoin dominance flips, altcoins don't do the same thing. Bitcoin dominance is it's been in an uptrend, and that's not good for cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, XRP, altcoins. You know, when Bitcoin is in an automatic rally, and if we can see it just, I don't know, somehow manage to, after setting another final low, because it's always been in a downtrend since its basic inception, you know, we can finally come down here and either set a low or what. But if we continue to rally up, that's going to be devastating possibly for the altcoins. So boom. Oh, I'll grab another quick drink of water, then we're going to talk about XRP. I just want to mention that Bitcoin dominance, how it's been in an uptrend since you know, the 1st of December, Thursday. But let's look at XRP. Back down to 34 cents at Pioneers. We've been talking about this, accumulating at 36 cents and anything below. This 322, 32 cents, 2 range. Like, this is where we've accumulated and accumulated and accumulated and accumulated, sold, because we prepared you for this, told you it'd be around a 40-45 day time period, had a sell off, accumulated again, de-risked again, and now we're about to accumulate again. Alright, whether we hit the lows or not, we're already buying 34 cent XRP. It's 341. That's an anagram for pi. Full circle. Literally. You cannot make these things up. We pay attention to the esoteric algorithmic code that these markets run on. So, you know, just think about that. Alright, we're very close to this 32.2 range. We might not go back down there. Look at how many times we've retested and held support of this range. Alright, so I'm more keen on being patient and letting this market come to me. But I have got some limit orders set for 26-27 cents. And why is that important? Because Ripple equals 27, and it is highly tied to Jupiter. It's a Jupiter coin, okay, and we're in the year of Jupiter, the tiger stripe planet. Tiger equals 15, XRP equals 15, so we could see XRP go to a low of 22, 23, 14, 15 cents. You guys, Bitcoin's 14 years old. If Bitcoin falls to 14K and XRP falls to 14 cents, that would be fucking amazing to see, okay? So the next level of downside is 32 cents, 31 cents. You know, that's not that's a horizontal trading support range. That's not at the cards, okay? That's how this coin is. It hits it, it's boring, pops. You know, they let retail fuck around with it, and then it crashes. Boring, and it pops. Same thing over and over and over again. And I'm not throwing shade at the XRP coin and the community, like y'all normally think I do, but we don't have to have the advanced TA mindset on it. It makes things simple when you just return back to horizontal ranges, using Fibonacci's, you know, using the exponential moving averages, the Bollinger Bands, the moon phases, you know, and paying attention. Yeah. So 33 cents is I think we're about to break the 33 cents again. And then break down to possibly the full moon of January. The full moon of January could be, it could come down all the way down to this, possibly this 25 cent range, you guys, as we got ready to exit out the 52nd week of the year. We just, you know, that's first week of January is going to be exiting at the 52nd week of the year, as above so below. So not financial advice, but I'm going to leave this video here. I think I brought up enough. You know, just wanted to come out, do a holiday special, just give you guys a little bit of mindset of what to expect over the next several days and how important some of them could be. A lot of it we've talked about in the past, but you know, it's just constantly coming out, being there for my pioneers, giving them a clear, coherent mindset, brain heart coherence, so they can just understand what's going on. You know, learn the tricks, the tips, and the trades that we use here. not financial advice. So, with all that being said, pioneers rise, build your fortress, and build your legacy.